Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to In-Market Arena, where the Savannah Steel are hosting the Jacksonville Waves. We have a surprise for you, for some fans in the building as well as at home. If you haven't been seeing our social media and all the nice little teasers we've been giving you guys, we have a mascot, you guys, and we're excited to show you guys, so please enjoy the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, again, and welcome back. I hope y'all enjoyed Belle. We're excited to have Belle with us. She's going to be so fun. I think the players really like her as well. You saw the smiles they had going in and watching her. She basically just paraded around, just showing her prowess, and we're so excited to have her here. Well, we are here for game 2 of this series. It is a 5-game series. They were playing 3 games this week and weekend. They had the first game this past Wednesday. They play tonight, and then they play Sunday. And then in the next 2 weeks, we'll see Savannah and Jacksonville play each other again as well. So going off of that, I'm Destiny Hartwell bringing you the call of the game alongside my partner in crime, Lydia Gattosi. Lydia, how are you feeling tonight for game 2?
I'm feeling ready. I'm ready to watch some basketball, see the Steel put in that work, get to watch Belle perform tonight, so I'm hyped.
All right, so let's take a look back at Wednesday's game, right? So we know that Jacksonville won 88-84. But, of course, on Wednesday's game, the Savannah Steel, they were just minutes away from a statement win. Jacksonville is the team leading the league right now at 13-4. And so Savannah was leading by 11 points heading into the 4th quarter. The Waves showed exactly why they are the top team in this league. They went on a 31-16 rally in the final frame to escape with that 88-84 comeback victory. Of course, that loss dropped Savannah to 7-11 on the year so far, while Jacksonville, of course, improves to 13-4. And, of course, extend their season advantage over the Steel. Now, head-to-head, have beaten Savannah 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, last game, the name of the game for Jacksonville was rebounding. They out-rebounded Savannah 51-32, and 20 of those were offensive rebounds. So lots of second-chance opportunities for them. And Savannah's just got to keep them out of the paint tonight. They had 40 points in the paint, and they also had 25 free throws. So it was a lot of offensive boards, a lot of getting down into the paint. Cheyenne Sellers had a great night. I mean, she was hot from 3. She was 3 for 4. She got downhill a ton, was 8 for 8 from the line, and also added 6 assists. But tonight, I mean, we just got to watch Savannah. They've got to feed Olivia Cochran. She had 20 points last game. She was 5 for 9 from the field and 10 for 10 for free throws, so she was hot. I mean, they just got to cut down on those O boards. That was the game and the big separator on Wednesday night.
Absolutely. So the Savannah Steel are looking to erase that rear view mirror, find that elusive 40-minute consistency, and just finally crack the code against this dominant Wave squad. And then just going off of what you said and reiterating what you said, those keys to the game. Of course, Savannah needs to own the glass and limit second chance points for Jacksonville. Of course, Savannah gave up those 20 offensive rebounds, while Jacksonville turned a lethal 19-9 advantage in second chance points because of that. They got to protect the paint. Savannah needs to also keep feeding Olivia Cochran. I don't know if we've already talked, you mentioned her already, but she is the blueprint right there. She is an absolute force. She dropped 20 points and was efficient, 5 of 9 shooting, and went a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line. So they have to keep calling her number on the inside, and she does get the start tonight as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be a big game for her. We know Savannah's good when they attack downhill and when they feed their posts. We know they have a great post advantage. Their posts are working in practice. They can pick and pop. They can roll. They're really good at finding advantages, and you know it'll be a good watch tonight. I know both teams are competitive, obviously, and we want to see that competitive nature come out.
So let's take a look at the starting lineups for this game for Jacksonville Waves. We're going to see number 0, Renaya Davis, number 6, Cheyenne Sellers, who had 23 points in Wednesday's game, number 10, Lindsey Pulliam, number 12, Ariel Hearn, and number 40, Jasmine Walker. And then on the Savannah Steel side, we're going to see number 3, Ayana Moore, number 21, Jackalanga Moynitonda, 23, Q Morrison, 25, Olivia Cochran, of course, and then 34, Lauren Taylor. Our referees of this game will be Janice Araneta, Jack Snyder, and Vernon Datz. This game is now underway. Jacksonville controls it. Sellers at the top of the key. She gets it into Davis, who kicks it out to Pulliam for the 3. Too strong, but Walker with the second chance point and an offensive rebound all ready to start this game. Sellers on the drive, she picks up her dribble and then passes it off to Jackalanga Moynitonda. That'll be a turnover. She's gonna drive on Ariel Hearn, pull up for the short floater, and it's gonna be good. And Jack Moynitonda gets the scoring started for this game.
Moynitonda in a recent interview was talking about her experience in the UPSHOT League and kind of what the process has been for her, and she said, you know, I could be sitting at home training and using my resources at home, but I mean, I love this job. I'm glad I made the decision to come here to the UPSHOT League. The people in this league are pioneers, and just really what is being built here and what will continue to be built is just great, and there's great talent in this league. So she's really excited with the decision she made to be here in Savannah with the UPSHOT League.
And she's gonna continue her dominance, and she's gonna draw the foul and show why she's just excited to be here and excited to be a part of this league to start it off, as she's getting the start tonight. And she's gonna be at the free throw line shooting 2.
Again, the League of Opportunity. It's just really exciting seeing a lot of these women get this chance to play in the States before going back overseas.
She does make the first. And she makes the second as well, just to keep that dominance from the free throw line for Savannah going. They did go 18 for 23, shooting 78% on Wednesday's game. And Moynitonda is just continuing that as she knocks down both of the free throws. Shots too strong. Lindsey Pulliam comes in, and that ball should be out on Savannah, and it should be Jacksonville's ball staying here. Good hands by Ayana Moore to just get in there and not foul, but also stop Pulliam from getting an extra possession.
Yeah, she was able to stop her momentum here and make sure she didn't get a hand on her. It was all ball.
Moynitonda with all the points for Savannah and all the points in this game, as Jacksonville is still looking for their first points. Jacksonville looking to inbound the basketball. Ariel Hearn inbounding it. She gets it over to Jasmine Walker. And that ball will be out on Jacksonville, and it'll be Savannah's basketball. Morrison brings it across the midcourt stripe. She's at the top of the key. She's going to get it to Win Tondo on the elbow. The ball goes through Cochran's hands, but she does get it back to Lauren Taylor. Taylor on the drive. She's going to pick up a dribble, have to play through Renaya Davis, and that's just good defense by Davis. William at the top of the key. She gets the basketball into Walker, and then Q Morrison with the steal for this Savannah team.
Just a lot of defensive pressure there by Morrison. She came out of nowhere.
And she's always that type of player. She's going to come out of nowhere. Morrison averages, she has at least 1 steal per game. Inside to Cochran is too strong. Down to Walker. She can't finish it, but she does draw the foul on Olivia Cochran. It'll be Cochran's first. And Walker will be at the line looking to give Jacksonville their first points.
Jacksonville did a good job there of drawing 2. That's why that opening was there. Able to get 2 defenders' attention and leave 1 player open down low.
Walker does get the Waves on the board. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first quarter. And she finishes the trip going 2 for 2 from the line. Cochran on the wing, kicks it over to Lauren Taylor for the corner 3. It's short. Walker gets the rebound. Ariel Hearn with the reverse lay on Ayana Moore. Ayana Moore looking to get going in this game as well. In Wednesday's game, she had 3 threes in the first half. Couldn't get the shooter's touch on that one. Same team, the rebound, they give it back to her. Over to Morrison. Now they're trying to set up some offense. Cochran's gonna do the fadeaway elbow jumper, is too strong. Davis and Hearn pushing pace for the Waves. Sellers driving. Walker finishes the play and gets the N1 opportunity. That foul will be on Q Morrison right there, and you see her just coming behind Walker and kind of trying to swat at the basketball.
Yeah, a big thing we saw Wednesday, I think a big reason that Jacksonville got to the line so many times, obviously they were attacking downhill, but just going and creating a ton of contact for themselves as well.
Z Spearman and Najee Pollard getting their first minutes in this game. Walker short on the free throw. Spearman grabs it out the air. And that ball will stay with Savannah, as there was a lot of ball movement there around the horn for the steal. And Lauren Taylor saves the turnover by hitting it off of Renaya Davis. Looking to Morrison inbounding the basketball, and that'll be a 5-second violation. Hearn bringing it across the midcourt stripe. We're seeing Savannah in a zone, something we don't see a lot of. Good hands by Q Morrison.
Yeah, I think that would help a lot with that downhill driving, make them shoot from outside. Because last game, their strength, as we said, came from them coming downhill, as they were 5 for 20 from 3 for Jacksonville. So it's definitely going to be a move to protect the paint and make them have to shoot the outside shot.
And in that play right there, we saw Ayana Moore in the triple threat. And then on a short drive, pull-up jumper, and Pulliam does get her on the hand. And so that'll be Pulliam's first foul in this game. And Ayanna Moore will be looking for her first points in this game. She does make the first. At the line for the second. And she makes the second as well, going 2 for 2 from the line and getting her first points in this game. And now it's a tied game. A little over 5 minutes left to go. 6 all. Hearn too strong on the shot.
I feel like we're seeing a lot of last-second tips here, right on the baseline.
I think we're looking at that. To me, that says that both teams are looking to get their offense going, and get their offense moving. They're trying to engage in moving the basketball, sharing the basketball, getting their assist count up.
Definitely. I mean, last game we saw Jacksonville just had all-around good scoring. I mean, their scoring was balanced all around, and that was a big part of them moving the ball. Cheyenne Sellers had 6 assists. So when they move the ball and when they play as a team, they play very well.
Q Morrison also had 6 assists in Wednesday's game.
Yeah, she was facilitating so well. I mean, we just see her get down in the lane and find people last second. I mean, I know she had one play with Z where it was just an effortless pass.
Good offense by the Waves to score those points right there. Now leading 8-6. Another thing we saw with Q Morrison, on top of her 6 assists, we saw a player like Deasia Fair being able to just be a scorer and not have to facilitate, and she ends that game Wednesday with 14 points. Renaya Davis on the inside. Good hands by Q Morrison. Davis tips it back. Davis drives on Spearman. Over to Kayla Pointer, who had to throw something up. Nothing hits rim, so that'll be a turnover with a shot clock violation, and Savannah Steel will have it.
For the safety and enjoyment of tonight's game, fans are expected to...
We're going to take a timeout here with this after we're watching this low-scoring first quarter so far. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League on UPSHOT TV. Right back.
If you need assistance during tonight's game, please visit our guest solutions table located in my section.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Welcome back to Enmarket Arena, where the Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 8-6. A little over 4 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Q Morrison gets it over to Moore at the wing. Trying to get the ball on the inside to Spearman. On those plays like that, we have to see guards or players that are on the wing get a better angle if you're going to try to get it on the inside there. Sellers with the shooter's touch. She has 2 points to get her scoring going in this game so far. Pollard pulls up for the jumper. Too strong. Taylor Soul in the game for her first minutes. Horner gets it to Sellers at the top of the key, and then Soul with the back cut when Moenetanda's back was turned. And then gets the easy lay to give the Waves the double-digit lead, now 12-6.
That backdoor was definitely a big chemistry play. They just know how to play off of each other. And like Coach Boji told us in post-game, you know, they were very intentional with who they brought in. They built this team on culture, and that's something that they're still standing by.
And it's showing very well as Kayla Pointer gets in to the lane. Savannah looking to maybe buy a basket at this point, yeah, offensively.
I think it's just coming down to kind of the little things. It seems like little mistakes, things that once they start to flow, it'll all clean itself up.
Right, we are seeing Najee Pollard, of course, with the basketball right now. This is her second game. Moenetada with a good, nice rebound and willing herself to the free throw line. But again, Najee Pollard with her second game for the Savannah Steel.
Yeah, she had a good outing the other night. Confident, you know, took her shots that she knew. She had 9 points for the Steel and 4 rebounds. So she's definitely getting comfortable in her position and seeing how the offense flows. I know Coach Brown after the game was like, hey, she had a great game and she didn't even know the plays.
She didn't know the plays, and so that was definitely something they were probably working on between practice yesterday and shoot around today, is getting her involved in this offense and getting her comfortable having to come in. She was playing overseas recently, just got back from Mexico, where she was actually on the same team as Alicia Jenkins. But she's just an elite scorer, hailing from Delaware State and Richmond, Virginia, and played at Delaware State. She accumulated again almost right under 2,000 points and a little over 1,000 rebounds in her NCAA career. And she had racked up 50 career double-doubles. As that offensive possession was no good for Jacksonville, Q Morrison doing a really good job defensively, keeping her hands there without fouling to disrupt the offensive flow of the Waves just now. Lauren Taylor in the corner, she's gonna drive on Soul, too strong. And then Madison Griggs is pushing pace for Jacksonville. She's gonna hesitate, try to kick it out to Soul, gets it to Davis at the top. Gets it over to Pointer, and they're telling her to slow down and let's set up our offense and run it.
Savannah's doing a really good job of not letting Jacksonville get their fast-paced flow. They're transitioning down pretty well.
Lindsay Pulliam from the corner three. We saw her warming up, and she was very adamant and loud about that warm-up. You see Coach Boji was basically hyping her up. And then you hear her go, yeah, coach, I'm here, coach, I'm ready. So we're going to see just Lindsey Pulliam. I expect her to have a good game offensively as well.
Yeah, we see Jacksonville come out and get in some extra shots while they're here. You know, when you're playing in a different gym, you want to adjust to the atmosphere. So that's a big thing for them, is getting shots up before game time.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to finish out this minute and 12 seconds, in this first quarter. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League. We'll be right back.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
And we're back, and Savannah has possession. Q Morrison over to Morning Tonda on the drive, and that ball's going to get tapped by Jacksonville defensively, and it should be Savannah's basketball. The Steel looking a little out of sorts offensively right there, trying to just get some better angles. That's really what's been the offensive issue for them, trying to get the ball to the inside, because they know they get the ball on the inside and get their forwards going with some paint touches. That's the difference between good hands. Good, there you go, and that's what we're talking about, those paint touches right there. Olivia Cochran and Lauren Taylor with the communication. Q Morrison doing a good job of facilitating there to start that off. But offensively, they need to get those paint touches going. Savannah needs to play inside out.
Yeah, just being able to share the ball, find that extra one more. It's going to be crucial for them, especially with their execution of offense.
Now moving in transition, Morning Tonda's going to pull up for the three. It's going to be too strong. Lauren Taylor is going to draw the foul. And she should be at the line shooting too.
It was a strong rebound on her end and a strong putback.
Morning Tonda, three too strong. Lauren Taylor with the rebound comes in, and it's going to be hacked by Soul. It'll be Soul's first. Taylor at the line, 17.2 left, and Savannah down 7, now 6, because Taylor makes the first free throw.
Wednesday, Taylor went 2 for 2 from the line for the Steel.
Lauren Taylor is a player that we see that is very aggressively getting herself to the line. And most times she loves to drive. She loves that hesitation step and then getting around her defender. And so I hope we're going to see more of her getting to the line. She didn't do that much in Wednesday's game. And I feel like that was also the difference between her, of course, only getting one chance to the line in that game, but also finishing. She still finishes, of course, she finishes with 7, which is not also like her. She's usually a player that's also in double figures. So I think she was a little timid in Wednesday's game and looking to have more of a breakout game tonight, being a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, definitely. We know a lot about her is that she can really do mismatches very well. She knows how to play mismatches. She can defend any guard, any post player we've talked about before.
Any position, yes. Now on that drive, Kayla Pointer draws the foul from Moore. Just getting hit on the arm there. She makes one of the two. Ayana Moore had to get the shot off. Or she makes both, excuse me. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. The Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 18-12. We're getting ready to have some second quarter action when we come back. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League on UPSHOT TV.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Molten USA, the official basketball partner of the UPSHOT League. Every shot, every moment, the future of women's basketball keeps getting stronger. Molten USA has been long committed to growing the game and supporting athletes at the highest level. We are proud to be a partner with Molten USA, the official basketball of the UPSHOT League. Molten, feel the emotion. And if you're just tuning in, the Jacksonville Waves are leading the Savannah Steel 18-14 now with that jumper by Moinintando. It was nothing but net.
And she's already at 8 points on the night.
Right, she did have the first 4 points for the Steel to start the game out, in the first 4 points in the game for anyone. And she's just continuing that dominance. Q Morrison being everywhere on the floor. She comes flying in and actually knocks the ball out of her teammate Lauren Taylor's hands. And then Jacksonville gets back in control and finishes the play. Now with the 6-point lead. A player we've been missing a lot of, Lydia, has been Laisha Petrie, who's the leading scorer for the Savannah Steel team. And she leads in more than one category for the Steel.
Yeah,
she's been out.
A lethal player for them,
right.
Yeah.
This is her 4th game of her not playing. And she's just sick. And didn't want to start playing until she felt a little better. So she was warming up a little bit before the game, getting some a light jog in and whatnot, but she did not dress fully out to play in this game. And then Sellers on the corner right there with the 3, giving the Waves a 9-point lead. Lauren Taylor from the wing, and her 3 is good. Lauren Taylor usually makes at least 2 of those every game, so it's good to see her starting early from the 3-point line. Sellers with the hesitation and the finish. And she's just such a dynamic scorer for this Waves team.
Definitely, we can see her get downhill, shoot from the 3. I mean, like you said, dynamics. There's a lot of different things that she can do. She's a tough player to guard.
Shot too strong. Jacksonville pushing pace via Hearn. Hearn on the drive, gets it back to Davis. Morrison walls up. Layup too strong, and then Lindsey Pulliam comes flying in, and that's ball will be Steel basketball as it was out on her. Taylor will take a seat, and Spearman is going to come in for the Savannah Steel. Ayana Moore picks up the basketball at the top. Oh, and then Jackalanga Moinintanda loses the basketball, just too hard of a dribble there and lost her handles. And then we're gonna see that again. Again, she just couldn't, her mind moving faster than her body was in that moment. Walker on the inside for the jumper, and it's good from the elbow. Morrison on the wing to start the offense. She's gonna get over to Olivia Cochran, and they're gonna swing it. Moinintanda from the corner three, she's gonna shoot from the other side. Olivia Cochran on the inside with the rebound and a putback. And there's Cochran getting going. Her first points in this game come in the second quarter as Q Morrison in transition, hands in the passing lane, and gets the steal, an extra possession there before the Waves even have time to think about it.
And there's Q Morrison just showing off her SEC defensive royalty. I mean, she is that girl in the defensive lane at the SEC.
And then Jasmine Walker on the other end, coming in and in Olivia Cochran's face, gonna get the scoring going from the three-point line for her. Ball on the inside is gonna be too much for Cochran to handle. It'll go over her head. Davis finishes it running the floor and finishes it over Moore.
Both teams are playing pretty fast. We know Jacksonville loves that pace, and Savannah loves that pace as well.
That foul will be on Jasmine Walker. And we're going to take a media timeout here. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League. We'll be right back.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarken Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarken Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
And we're back with some Friday night action in Market Arena, where the Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 32-21.
Yeah, big thing we're seeing, like we said, is Jacksonville's playing fast. They've got a deep bench right now, and Savannah right now has 3 on the bench. But they're keeping up with the speed.
Savannah actually has 2 players on the bench right now. As we're seeing, I think Jasmine Walker's being attended to. While Walker's being attended to, we look over at the bench for Savannah. Not only do they have 2 players off the bench on the bench, but they also have Coach Ross at the helm tonight. Coach Takara Ross, who is the assistant coach. And she has a global basketball resume, 15 seasons across more than 20 countries. And so it's going to be interesting to see how she fares as well at the helm with this team tonight, trying to get her offense going. Z Spearman fighting on the inside, and she's fouled. Spearman just taking some time to gather herself so she can shoot the free throws. Excuse me, or no, that foul was on the floor, actually. So it'll be taken out on the sideline.
Yeah, she looks to be holding her nose, like she just got a tap to the nose.
Right, she was battling in between 3 players. Just taking a look at that again. Pollard gets it down low to her, and 3 players there.
She's unfazed.
Right. Z Spearman does get back on that one, as she does score it for the Steel. Ariel Hearn shot short. Lindsey Pulliam pushing a second chance opportunity. Hearn staying position on the goal, no good. Lauren Taylor pushing pace for the Steel. Pulls it back to set up the offense with Q Morrison. Inside to Spearman. Spearman's like, I'm going to score, and I'm going to finish it over Jasmine Walker again.
Such a strong take by Spearman. Like you said, she's putting her head down and she's going to work.
Spearman now with 4 quick points.
When she does that, she's tough to guard.
Walker gonna give her something back to look at, no good. And Savannah really getting some offense going. Maybe it was more so them just having to see the basketball going. Olivia Cochran pulling up for the 3. She did have her first 3 of the season in Wednesday's game. And every player for the Steel practices shooting free throws. Ariel Hearn with a nice underhanded hook shot to get some offense going and stop the Steel's momentum. But going back to Cochran, Cochran pulls up for that 3 there. And offensively, she's just been very adamant about doing everything she can and shooting at all levels. Cochran fighting to get on the inside, no foul called. Ariel Hearn pushing pace, she's gonna hesitate, pick up her dribble, kick it out to Pulliam for the short cornered jumper, and it's good. Lindsey Pulliam with 5 total points now in this game. Getting the ball on the inside, quick hands by the Waves, no good though. Q Morrison.
Looks like they're gonna call something on Lauren Taylor.
On that rebound, Taylor she gets Pulliam in the back while they're in the air, and that's the offensive foul on Lauren Taylor. Jacksonville getting some substitutions in. Taylor Soule, Kayla Pointer, Renaya Davis coming in. And defensively, the Steel are looking a little out of sorts there, As Taylor Soul is going to draw the foul on Lauren Taylor. And Taylor will get back-to-back fouls now with 2. And Taylor Soul should be at the line shooting after finishing that play. Jacqueline Amoinen-Tondo will come in for Lauren Taylor. Soul can't finish the play. Ayana Moore now running the point. She picks up her dribble on the wing, and Lindsey Pulliam was playing some pesky defense there. Amoinen-Tondo with the jab steps. She pulls it back up to the corner. Z Spearman with the jumper. No good. The Waves pushing pace. Davis at the top of the key. She's going to drive on Olivia Cochran. And she's going to finish the play.
Jacksonville's just playing with a quick pace. Like we said, they've got a deep bench right now. Unfortunately, Savannah
only has 2.
Has 2 off the bench. So that's going to be a big advantage there for Jacksonville, just having legs ready to come in.
Yes, I think we're going to see Savannah fighting a little fatigue, as Coach Ross is trying to do a decent job of basically countering that by getting some quick substitutions in, not letting players get too much rest, but you know, pulling players off the bench quickly.
Definitely.
We're going to take immediate timeout here, and Coach Ross is going to see what her offense can do. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League on UPSHOT TV. We'll be right back.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
We're back here in Enmarket Arena where the Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 40-25. Taking a look at your screen, you're seeing assistant coach Takara Ross, who is the interim head coach for the Steel tonight. And again, we talked a little bit about her earlier, just touching on just her experience. But Coach Ross loves these players, and she shows that a lot with how she coaches them. she has a little bit of tough love mixed in there with some understanding. And I think the players really like the way that she coaches them, and it shows on the offensive end and on the defensive end. She's definitely a defensive-minded coach. And so I'm expecting Savannah to get a little deeper into their defensive ploys tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she helps a ton with scouting, so she, in practice, knows the other teams every single play, knows, hey, this is how we're going to guard this. This is what we're going to do here. We're going to switch this. We're going to get through this. She studies the game really well. She has great IQ of the game, and she also practices with them a little bit, too, to
yes, she does.
Out, you know?
Coach
so
Ross will lace up and get in there.
Hey, we know she's got that Hooper resume. So she's all around great coach, has great IQ for the game, and like you said, loves the girls. So
Davis has to throw something up for the Waves. 3 seconds left to go. Hearn from the corner, 3, and she makes the shot. Shot clock winding down, 1 second left, and she just
1 foot
throws
faded.
up something, a prayer, and gets it to go. Morinitanda doing a real good job in triple threat. She's gonna spin on Cheyenne Sellers, her finish, and she's gonna shake her off on that. And there's gonna be a foul on the floor. That foul's gonna be on Q Morrison. Again, just looking back at Morinitanda, I mean, just how aggressive she was offensively there. She was willing herself to the rim and to the offensive boards there. And I mean, she shook off Cheyenne Sellers after that. You saw her like she was putting on a backpack. Taylor Hearn finishes it. And she gets that one to go as well. Q Morrison bring it across the midcourt stripe. Morrison on the wing, gets it to Moore at the top of the key in triple threat. She's gonna wait to dribble, gets it to Taylor. Shot clock winding down, and in good hands by Kayla Pointer. And she's gonna Euro step and throw up something. She's gonna draw the foul from Ayana Moore. Oh, that foul, excuse me, will be actually on Jacqueline Morinitanda instead of Moore. Just looking at that again. Okay, Morinitanda gets her hands in there and hits Pointer on the hand.
Yeah, just a quick swipe there. I think she was trying to stunt at the ball a little bit, kind of make her hesitate, but ended up getting her arm in there as well.
Pointer misses the first. And misses the second, but Taylor Soule gets in there and gives the Waves another possession with the rebound. Davis on the wing. She's gonna drive on Spearman. She has to throw something up. It's a high floater. It'll be a shot clock violation.
Great defense by Z. I mean, she used her length on that one, made it even more difficult to get that shot off.
Z Spearman being at over 6 foot, a nice 6'4", depending on who you ask. She is very good at defense. Staying tall. She's been working on making sure she can defend without fouling. Last possession of the game. 1 second difference between game clock, shot clock. And we're gonna have to, of course, go back from that a little bit. What should have been Jacksonville getting a possession with 2 seconds left
Looks like the shot clock ran out, and
Right. The shot clock ran out and Jacksonville had already had possession and was going the other way. So they hadn't turned off the shot clock for the game when they could have. It was about, like I said, a 2 seconds difference between game clock and shot clock. So they put 2.2 back on the game clock. Hearn has to throw something up and does. It doesn't get to the basket. And that'll be the end of the first half. The Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 45-29. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League on UPSHOT TV. When we come back, we're going to be talking about what we saw in that first half. Again, I'm Destiny Hartwell alongside Lydia Gattosi. Don't go anywhere.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com. Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
We're back. It's about a little over 10 minutes left in this halftime. Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 45-29. Wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about what we saw in the first half before we get to show y'all a little 94 feet video that Lydia likes to do with some of these Steel players. So of course, it's been all Jacksonville here in this first half. The league leaders taking that 45-29 lead into the locker room at halftime. The Waves kind of dictated the tempo, I feel like, from the opening tip mostly. I mean, they had they were shooting 60% from the field through the first 2 quarters, going 18 for 30 so far. They had a 27-point second quarter alone, and then they just have shared the basketball really well. They got 9 assists on their 18 made field goals as well. While y'all are taking a look at the first half highlights of this game. And then the Waves, of course, were just spearheaded with some balanced scoring from Jasmine Walker, who has 9 points, Ariel Hearn, who has 9 points, and Renaya Davis, who has 8 points. And then, so Lydia, what do you think about Jacksonville right now specifically?
Yeah, I mean, we know that a lot of their success comes when they're playing fast, when they can kick the ball up, play with a lot of tempo, and tonight is the perfect opportunity for them to do that with their bench. I mean, they're just, the setup is for them to score the ball and share the ball, and we saw they did that really well on Wednesday, and they're continuing to do it again tonight. They play well when they share the ball and when they run fast, and that's what they have the opportunity to do right now.
And then on the other end of the basketball, Savannah, who is being led again by interim head coach for the evening, Takara Ross, and they're fighting an uphill battle. They had some cold shooting on display in that first half. They shot 31% from the floor in that first half, going 10 for 32. So not only are we used to seeing them make the shots that they take, but right now they're actually struggling to find, I feel like the Savannah Steel is struggling to find their spots on the floor where they know they can get some high percentage shots from.
Yeah, definitely. I know you talked about angles, and I think right now that there's just like a few mistakes that they're making that they can easily clean up, and that's if they have a different angle, if they take one more foot or take one more step towards the baseline. So it's just kind of going to be about little things that they can clean up that are going to translate to a bigger picture for them. And like you said, angles is a big thing. I think they have some turnovers trying to get it into the post, and they don't have the best angle. So take one step towards the baseline. That would be able to fix that for them. And I know they're going to come to the second half just to fix those small mistakes, small things that they can just bring together.
Absolutely. It's been all Jacqueline Mwinentanda for the Savannah Steel. She's carrying the weight right now. She has a half-high 12 points on 4 of 8 shooting 50%. And then, of course, the bench provided a small spark. They have 7 points, but they'll need a monumental defensive shift to climb back into this one coming into the second half. We're going to take a look at that 94-foot video that Lydia did with one of the Savannah Steel players. I hope you enjoy it.
What's up, Steel Nation? I'm Lydia Gattosi, and I'm here with Laisha Petrie. Laisha, are you excited?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yes, and today we're going to be doing 94 feet with Savannah Steel, so let's go. All right, first question. Who is an athlete that you look up to?
Diana Taurasi.
Love it. And if you could play one-on-one with anybody in history, who would it be?
Probably her.
Her?
Probably
yeah.
her.
Yeah, hey, that's okay. So describe your game to me in 1 or 2 words.
Step up.
Period. Shooter.
And then I'd have to say lockdown. Defender.
Okay, yep. What is the best piece of basketball advice that you have ever received?
The best piece of basketball advice? Slow down.
There you go.
Like, I feel like pace is like everything with the game. It's not always how fast you are.
For sure.
Yeah.
And what's a piece of like advice or something that basketball has taught you about life?
I think networking is everything, especially me playing pro for a couple years now and then playing college basketball. I think who you meet is everything. Like like your teammates make it what it is, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a big part of the game.
For sure. And what advice would you give to your younger self?
What advice? Oh, stay confident no matter what.
Yes.
Like, stay confident in your game.
I love that. I love that. And then my last question for you, what has wearing the Savannah Steel jersey meant to you these past few weeks?
I think it's meant a lot. I think I haven't played college, or I haven't played in America since being in college. So to be able to wear this jersey and play for this city, they show a lot of love. I think it's meant a lot.
For sure.
Not just me, but everybody.
Yeah, I love that. Well, thank you guys. That was 94 feet with Laisha Petrie. See you guys next time.
Bye.
And we're back. Lydia, how was that talking to Laisha Petrie right there? I mean, again, we talked about her just being such a dominant scorer offensively for the Savannah Steel. She leads this team in a lot of different categories. So talk a little bit about meeting her.
Yeah, it was great talking to her. We had a good conversation. You know, she just kind of talked about how great it is to be in this UPSHOT League and how much of an opportunity it is, of course.
Speaking of UPSHOT, we're going to look at that watch guide for this week. And it, of course, ends on Sunday. We saw the Waves and the Steel play on Wednesday. And then tonight, the Charlotte Crown is at Greensboro taking on the Groove. That game tipped off at 7. And then, of course, with us, this game tipped off at 7 as well. We're going to see the Charlotte Crown at Greensboro tomorrow as well, tipping off at 4 p.m. And then on Sunday, we'll be right back here in Inmarket Arena taking over the Jacksonville Waves for their third time, with that game tipping off at 3 p.m. We're going to take a look at some first half highlights once again. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League. Enjoy those highlights.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
And we're back here at Inmarket Arena where the the Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 45-29. They got a little less than a minute before the second half gets underway. So we're going to take a look at talking about some keys to this second half. I think for Savannah, some keys to the second half would be just to kind of cool off Jacksonville's shooters, right? So they're shooting 60% from the floor right now. Savannah needs to run them off the line and contest every look and just force them into contested late shot clock situations.
Yeah, Savannah, I mean, we know their defense is tough. They can play strong defense. So as long as they lock in there and, like you said, contain the scoring, it's going to be a great second half for Savannah.
I think Savannah also needs to unlock, for lack of better words, Olivia Cochran and Ayanna Moore. They both had a really big game one. Coming off of that, Cochran was held in this first half to just 2 points. She's 1 of 6 from shooting in the first half. And then Ayanna Moore, of course, goes 0 for 3 from the floor. And we just know Savannah cannot make a run unless Olivia Cochran and Ayanna Moore find their rhythm and get aggressively going downhill.
Yeah, definitely finding some scorers within the offense. And like you said, they both had a great game last night and have had great games in the past. We know what they're capable of, and like you said, unlock. We just want to see them unlock the potential that we know that they have.
Savannah also needs to win the battle in the paint. Of course, the Waves outscored Savannah 22-14 down low in the first half. They need to pack the paint, absorb that contact, and just stop allowing Jacksonville easy baseline cuts and point blank layups, honestly. And then on the Jacksonville side, Jacksonville needs to continue to maintain their ball movement. So part of the reason why I think they're shooting 60% is because that they didn't rely on isolation. They got 9 assists, and they're moving the ball. They're popping, and if they keep doing that, it's going to prevent Savannah's defense from settling in and getting those stops. And then they just have to keep playing disciplined on Olivia Cochran. I mean, we already talked about how Cochran needs to get going offensively, which means that Jacksonville's done a good job of stopping her. So just seeing that, and then not getting stuck in this third quarter, they tend to, Coach Jess Boji talked a lot about just playing the full 40 minutes as well and continuing that dominance. And so now with the 16-point lead, there is the possibility of them, getting a little lethargic here.
Definitely.
Savannah starts out with the basketball for this second half. Q Morrison on the drive.
Just so fast.
Right, nice hook shot there in the air. She kind of transitioned and moved the basketball in the air as well. It wasn't her right hand, and it moves it over to her left hand for the hook shot there. Kayla Pointer at the top of the key. She's going to get the start at this half. The starters in this half for both teams. You see Taylor Soule taking the jump shot. It's going to hit the back of the rim and roll into the basket. And so we're seeing Cheyenne Sellers, Lindsey Pulliam, Renaya Davis, and Kayla Pointer and Taylor Soule for the Waves. And then for the Savannah Steel, it's the starting 5, Olivia Cochran, Jack Mwinitanda, Q Morrison, Lauren Taylor, and Ayanna Moore. Morrison doing a lot of talking, getting a good angle on Lauren Taylor, and her layup's gonna be too strong, and that ball's gonna stay with Savannah as it goes off of Cheyenne Sellers' feet, maybe?
Yeah,
Sellers,
she's looking a little upset over that
she
one.
was a little confused. It does roll in between her legs, but she felt like regardless it didn't touch her. But the official saw differently, so it will be Savannah's basketball. Cochran at the top of the elbow. Lauren Taylor with the nice cut and finish on Lindsey Pulliam. And Lauren Taylor's going to get involved in this offense early for the Steel in the second half. Sellers over to Soule at the top of the key. Soule's going to drive, spin on the inside. Pull-up jumper is short. Olivia Cochran is going to corral that rebound.
Q Morrison directing a lot of traffic for the Steel. She's facilitating, and she's using her quick first step to get downhill also.
I'm laughing because I feel like I heard Q Morrison go, ooh, on that pass, something she didn't mean to do. And so we know how hard she plays on the defensive end, especially after she has a turnover that she wasn't expecting. But a little miscommunication there on the defensive end for Savannah, and Taylor Soule finishes the offensive play with the wide open layup. Lauren Taylor really moving on the inside. We talked about Savannah playing inside out. Ayanna Moore trying to get going. And that ball's gonna go out on Savannah as it bounces off Taylor. Kayla Pointer bring it across the midcourt stripe. Lindsey Pulliam coming off the screen. She's gonna pick up a dribble, kick it over to Pointer on the wing, who's gonna drive. Short jumper is good. And West the 51-33 lead over Savannah. Morrison's gonna drive the baseline, kick it over to Lauren Taylor for the corner three. Hits the back of the rim and it's no good. Sellers in transition for Jacksonville into Renaya Davis, who's gonna take the 2 steps, no dribble. And she's gonna say it's the too small. She runs back to get on the defensive end.
That was a very good just chemistry play. You can tell that they've been playing together. As we know, Jacksonville is the only roster that has remained the same. And you can definitely tell in their play style that they have been playing together for a while and they just know how each other plays.
And that's gonna be a blocking foul on Taylor Soul. And Lauren Taylor will head to the line. But yes, we do know that Jacksonville is the only team, yes, that has not had any player transactions this season. And I know Coach Boji talked a little bit about that post-game as well.
Yeah,
Wednesday night.
I mean, like we said earlier, she just said she was very intentional with who she brought in. What's really cool is 3 of them are her former players on this roster. 5 of them she recruited, and she said 9 of them she knew very well prior to this. So she knows this team very well. She knows how these players play. She knows their strengths, and she was able to just put it all together and build upon a culture. Was a big thing she talked about at her post-game press conference. It's about a culture and being able to do something special. Being a part of these first 4 teams is special in itself, and the culture that we're building, it's also very special.
I mean, and that definitely shows for Jacksonville and just how they've continued to play, especially in this game, and how they played in that fourth quarter Wednesday afternoon as well. And now they're using this opportunity to get a lot of their players into the game. And so Coach Boji can see just how these players mesh, what groups mesh better with others. I know she's probably got a pretty good example of that already, but it'll be interesting to see how some of these other players get into the game as Lindsey Pulliam gets that one to go.
Just a tough shot, such a flow in her offense right there. Just 2 quick steps, get it up. I mean, it was just such an in rhythm shot for her.
We saw Madison Griggs get some offensive minutes earlier, and now we see Brianna Turnage, who was pushing pace for the Waves just then, as she is going to get going on the offensive end. And so another player I'm expecting to see at some point is Emma Von Essen as well, who against Savannah 2 weeks ago, Z Spearman pulls up from the 3. It's short.
And we saw her hit a 3 yesterday.
Right, we
Wednesday.
did see her hit a 3 Wednesday. She's now a 14% three-point shooter for this team, finally getting some three-point percentages. As Cheyenne Sellers finishes the play and wheels herself to the free throw line to finish, to get an opportunity for a three-point play. But I'm interested to see how Emma Von Essen gets into this game and gets her scoring going as well. When Savannah was in Jacksonville about 2 weeks ago, Emma Von Essen had a really nice buzzer beater 3. And you can tell how hype her teammates was. That was her first game, first few minutes with the team off getting into the game. And so it was very nice to just see her getting that scoring going for herself. So it's gonna be interesting to see how if she gets into this game and what she does once she does get in. We're gonna take a timeout here. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League. We'll be right back.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
We're back at Enmarket Arena where the Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 59-34. 5:21 left to go in this third quarter. And Sellers is at the line. Of course, she had that and one. And so she is only shooting one free throw here. I'm very interesting to looking at the stats right now. And we're looking at the rebound count, right? Jacksonville is out rebounding Savannah 27-17. But both teams have the same amount of offensive rebounds. Lydia?
Yeah, I mean, that just shows both teams are working to get the offensive boards, of course, and get those second chance opportunities. That's a big thing that we've been seeing. I think that's a big improvement for Savannah as they let Jacksonville get 20 offensive boards last game. So they didn't have as many this game so far, which is good.
Madison Griggs, one of those players I was talking about earlier, and she just had a three. It was nothing but net. I mean, and the net is still waiting to be let down as it's been flipped inside the rim. That's how pretty that three was from her. Q Morrison trying to get going as well. Ayana Moore tips it out to herself. Pollard with the quick step on the inside. Cochran with the rebound. And she's going to finish the play.
Wow, that was a strong take. I thought that was going to be an and one there.
I did
too. There was a lot of contact.
She definitely was bodied by Jasmine Walker on that putback, but she stuck with it and finished it anyway. And that's been the big difference for her. Pollard doing a good job of keeping the offense going. Not picking up her dribble. She couldn't get the shot she wanted. And then late hustle back by the Savannah Steel leads to Jacksonville getting a wide open layup. Brianna Turnage was wide open by herself. She snuck behind the defense there. Ayana Moore kicks it out, trying to get it in on the inside, and they get the foul on that one. Olivia Cochran draws that foul on Jasmine Walker. That'll actually be Jasmine Walker's fourth foul. When you look at teams playing in this league and the foul count, you only get 6 fouls in this league. So Jasmine Walker is going to be playing with 4 fouls right now.
There's definitely a lot of time on the clock to be playing with 4 fouls.
Q Morrison picks up a dribble, gets it over to Winintonda on the wing. Winintonda's going to spin on Sellers and drive, and it's going to draw the foul. Sellers grabs her arm.
One thing I think that's great about the Steel is they always make sure in their huddles they're always talking after anything. The leadership and the vets on this team are very, very strong and are very good leaders for the team.
Right, again, you ask Olivia Cochran or Lacer Petrie or even Lauren Taylor who like those vets are, and they're going to name Q Morrison and Alicia Jenkins and just talk about the leadership that they have and what they've done and how they've really led this team. As Winintonda shot those free throws. Ariel Hearn at top of the key. She's going to pull up for the three. It's going to hit the side of the rim and bounce off. Ayana Moore's going to push pace for Savannah in transition. She's going to get over to Z Spearman.
Great
and
find.
Z Spearman's going to finish it. That was a great find. Savannah looking to pick up that intensity. They let Cheyenne Sellers come in and get 2 offensive rebounds there. Ariel Hearn's going to drive and kick out to Madison Griggs for the 3 again, and the net doesn't even move. I mean, Madison Griggs, back-to-back threes. And again, she's just such a dynamic player. I mean, I don't even know how better to explain just how good of a shooter she actually is.
Oh, definitely. I mean, she's consistently ranked at the top of the American Athletic Conference in perimeter efficiency and total triples knocked down. I mean, she logged heavy physical minutes as a multi-year starter, serving as the offensive spacing engine for the Tigers. She's strong and a well-rounded player.
And she did take the shot on that one as well. It was short. And before that, we saw Z Spearman with some tough offense, willing herself with a second chance opportunity and getting the put back on that. The Jacksonville Waves lead 68-42. Looking at Madison Griggs' shot again, like the net barely moves. I mean, you know when you watch the Olympics in the summer and you're watching the divers, right? And it's like you get all the points if the water doesn't move.
Yes.
I mean, her shot looks just like that.
Definitely just rep after rep.
Winintonda, aggressive, getting to the basket. Lindsay Pulliam pulls out the rebound. Jasmine Walker decides to take the shot, and she's gonna get it stuck in the corner of the rim. They're trying to get it. It's a little stuck. And there we go. And that should be, it should stay with Jacksonville. Oh, they're going to tip it up, actually. Excuse me. And we're going to see Z Spearman and Brianna Turnage at center court. Spearman wins it. And then Spearman gets the lob pass. Too strong, she throws it away. Lauren Taylor walls up against Walker there, which was good defense on her. Trying to get it on the inside again to her, and they do. Lauren Taylor playing defense, has to keep her hands up. Walker off the glass. And I mean, it's really just playing some standout offense for this Waves team right now. Ayana Moore driving, trying to create some space. Have to flip the ball on the other side of the court. Z Spearman, too strong. They're gonna come in and Brianna Turnage is gonna fall. And that's gonna be a foul on Ayana Moore. And just looking at that again, Z Spearman too strong. Brianna Turner does get the rebound and then kind of rolls onto the floor. I don't even know how to really explain
She's
that
like,
one.
what was that?
Griggs at the top of the key. Moore playing some tight defense on her. Griggs gonna heat check. It's gonna hit nothing, and it'll be out. It'll be a turnover. And Savannah will have the basketball. 25 seconds to go in this third quarter. Jacksonville with the 28-point lead. If my math is correct, 28-point lead. Winnetada for the 16-footer is too strong. It rolls out of bounds. 6.7 left on the clock. Jacksonville will get another offensive opportunity to close the quarter out. Quick math, ladies and gentlemen.
That was good.
I'm smarter than a fifth grader. I can do that. I used to love that show.
Yes.
Ariel Hearn throws it up, hits the rim, bounces off. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Jacksonville with the lead, 70-42. We're getting ready to head into some fourth quarter action. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League. I'm Destiny Hartwell alongside Lydia Gattosi. Don't change the channel. Savannah can make a run.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
And we're back here in Market Arena where the Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 70-42. Jacksonville has the basketball to start this fourth quarter action. 10 minutes left to decide the winner of this one. And we're seeing Emma Von Essen for the Waves get her first minutes in this game as well as in this series. But she didn't get minutes on the floor on Wednesday. Sellers had to throw up a quick shot. More pushing pace for the Steel in transition. She's gonna pull up for the three. It's gonna be too strong, and then Jacqueline Winnetada is gonna try to get that rebound, and she'll end up stepping out of bounds. And it'll be the Jacksonville Waves basketball. Ariel Hearn bringing it across midcourt stripe. Renaya Davis at the top of the key, and that ball is gonna fly out of bounds.
And Emma Von Essen, she led Hofstra in 3-pointers made, and she finished playing among the top perimeter shooters in the Coastal Athletic Association. But she also led her team in total assists, displaying elite vision at that half-court set.
I mean, I want to see how elite her vision really is.
Right.
Cheyenne Sellers is going to foul Jackalanga Monintonda on the drive.
Sellers is looking around like, what?
That'll be Sellers' third foul. But Sellers is in double figures, as is Renaya Davis and Jasmine Walker. Already both Davis and Sellers with 10, Walker with 11. And then on the other end for Savannah, we're seeing Lauren Taylor with 10 and Jackalanga Monintonda with 15 now as she makes the first free throw.
We're seeing Jacksonville, their scoring spread out across the entire box score. I mean, they've got 14 assists to their 8 turnovers.
And just wanting to go back to Emma Von Essen, because again, she's been really trying to get integrated into this Jacksonville offense. She does, again, on June 19th, does make a 3 in that game, that buzzer beater. And the Jacksonville, of course, did win that game 86-75. She played 10 minutes in that game. So it's going to be interesting to see how she gets going. And that'll be another turnover, this time on Savannah's side. Q Morrison trying to just, you saw her, we're still seeing her try to facilitate the offense, get it going for Savannah. They need to, I think what's going to get their offense going is them playing with a little bit more intensity as a team as a whole. Renaya Davis on the inside, short jumper is good. I mean, honestly, was that a jumper that looked like a floater?
It was like
it was a
jump float.
A jump float. I was going to say that. More on the wing. Lauren Taylor at top of the key. Savannah doing a good job of moving the basketball. Getting it on the inside to Z Spearman, who's going to lose it. Give it to Q Morrison for the 3, and it's going to be nothing but net for Q Morrison as well. Q Morrison finally getting a 3 in this game. Now 1 for 4 from the 3-point line. Shooting 25% from that line, from the 3.
That was just great connection between Z and Q. We know they're roommates. We know they spend a lot of time together. A lot of that had to do with chemistry, just being able to find each other well on the floor.
Knowing the spots. I know a lot of players talk about that. Ayanna Moore had to pick up her dribble. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Z Spearman pulls up for the short jumper, and she gets that to go. And she's just going to jog down the court. She didn't even have to much to think about that one. And that's going to be an offensive foul. That foul is going to be on Renaya Davis. Najee Pollard coming in for the steal, and Olivia Cochran as well. We're going to see Ayanna Moore and Z Spearman take a seat. Hey, Mr. Ruff. I always laugh at Q. I love the way she plays basketball, how intense she can be on the defensive end. Her positivity on the offensive end as well, even when her team messes up. She's doing a good job of facilitating, again, for the Savannah Steel team under the circumstances of only having two teammates to be able to come off the bench and not being able to get the rest that she really is looking for.
Yeah, definitely just a strong all-around leader.
Q Morrison already playing almost 30 minutes in this game. Kayla Pointer Fade away, floater, no good. Q Morrison pushing pace. Into Cochran. Cochran's going to spin on Davis. It's going to lose the handle, but it will be out on Davis. So it should stay with Savannah. Now Ayana Moore coming in, and she'll be taking Q Morrison's space to give her some breathing time, but we're actually going to all take some breathing time here, as this will be a timeout. When we come back, we're going to see what Savannah does on the inbound. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League. We'll be right back.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits, that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com. Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Just tuning into the game, the Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 72-48. While they're waiting to get back on the court, we're going to talk about these jerseys. Dunkman is proud to outfit the UPSHOT League and all its teams. Shaquille O'Neal's Dunkman brand has created innovative and customized designs and gear in support of the UPSHOT League and its athletes. We thank Shaquille O'Neal and his Dunkman brand for providing these athletes with these really nice, beautiful jerseys. Savannah Steel in the black jerseys with the pink stripes, and then the Jacksonville's in the white jerseys with the blue, the teal-ish blue numbers and the blue words. Really nice, very different as well. Savannah with the basketball on the inbound after the ball was out on Renaya Davis before the timeout. Pollard for the three, too strong. Davis controls it. Davis pushing pace for the Waves. Gonna kick it out to Cheyenne Sellers for the corner three. Sellers gonna take a look at her feet before she shoots that. And that shot's gonna hit the rim and roll over the top of the basketball, and the backboard, and it will be Steel basketball. Lydia, who's sticking out to you right now in this game for Jacksonville?
I mean, we called it from the jump. Cheyenne Sellers, she's got 10 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. She's doing really well all around. Also, Renaya Davis, she's got 9 rebounds and 12 points, also super impressive. And then when you look at Savannah Buenentanda, she's got 15 points in her start tonight. She's got 4 rebounds. So she's also putting in that work. And then we've also got Lauren Taylor, Z Spirit, who've got 10 points for the steal.
So the ball should stay with Jacksonville.
Q Morrison's coming back in. The vet's coming.
The vet's coming. The doctor's coming. That pointer looking to inbound, and that's going to be a 5-second violation. Savannah did owe Jacksonville a 5-second violation as Jacksonville forced one on Savannah in the first half. And they turn around in the second half and do the same. Savannah pushing pace offensively, trying to pick up the intensity. Lauren Taylor top of the key. She's going to dribble off around and pass to Q Morrison. Morrison picks up a dribble, gets it into Cochran. Cochran on the cut. Lauren Taylor with the high fadeaway. Pollard's going to tip it out. But she tips it to the sideline instead of a teammate, so it'll be Jacksonville's basketball. I think she was looking for Lauren Taylor on the tip, but Taylor had already moved while she was in the air, so she didn't see it happen. Jack was trying to look into sub in and didn't get a chance to. Cochran was already sitting on the bench. They had to call it back.
Like,
she was like, oh, let me get back up. My bad. Taylor Porter at the top of the key or the logo. She's going to get to the wing, kick it over to Sellers, who's going to drive. Shot's going to be short. Cochran will grab it. Cochran's going to push pace for Savannah, playing that point forward position right now. In on the inside to Lauren Taylor. Ayana Moore is going to pull up to the wing instead and pull a three. Is going to be too strong. Jacksonville making a lot of substitutions there. Now the players in the game for Jacksonville are getting Kayla Pointer, Jasmine Walker, Brianna Turnage. Good hands by Lauren Taylor, Emma Von Essen for Jacksonville, Madison Griggs as well. Good hands by Lauren Taylor. And Taylor's gonna draw the the foul, on Brianna Turnage. It'll be her first. Cochran's gonna come back in.
We'll get a look at that here.
Z Spearman keeping it going as she comes back in, just starts where she left off.
She's a player where the ball gets inside to her and it's just immediate trouble.
She's she focuses a lot on finishing. She talked a lot about in previous games, especially post-game interviews, how she wanted to be. She was going to be whatever her teammates needed. That foul's going to be on Madison Griggs. On Ayana Moore, it'll be on the floor. But yeah, Z Spearman talked about just being whatever her teammates needed in whatever position they needed her to be in. And she knows how to play the role that she needs to, and so she's gonna look heavily at trying to make sure she does that.
Yeah, definitely, and wherever she's successful at that time, she's gonna just dig even deeper into that.
Spearman and Cochran trying to get some offense going between each other. Spearman gets it into Cochran late, but the pass moves Cochran off of the block. But Cochran does a good job of hitting it off of Jacksonville and giving her team an extra possession.
Any high-low with the post that involve Cochran, it's always super successful. They always are able to play off that very well.
Ayana Moore doing a good job of getting to the baseline, but she's getting real deep on the baseline. Walker has to dribble it out. Cheyenne Sellers driving for Jacksonville. She pulls back, looking to facilitate some offense, picks up her dribble, kicks it over to Vanessa Hillis, pulls up for the three. Too strong. One in Tonda, grabs the rebound, secures it, makes sure it's secure, and now Savannah's moving the other way. In and out by Ayana Moore. Cochran on the middle of the floor. She's gonna fade away at the free throw line. Too strong.
Ayana Moore out here doing cone drills.
And we saw her with Coach Kenya practicing doing those drills, but with a small basketball that she can hold in her hand. And I was laughing at how she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so hard."
Well, it's a direct translation. There she goes.
That's gonna be an offensive foul on Cheyenne Sellers. And that'll be Sellers' fourth foul in this game. Again, just under 3 to go. Jacksonville with a 72-50 lead over Savannah. Ayana Moore doing the cone drills again. Q Morrison fakes a three.
Wow, a lot of contact there.
Holler's gonna come in behind her. The basket's not gonna count. They are gonna call the foul though. That was on Brianna Turnage instead. On Q Morrison. They don't count the basket, even though Pollard did a good job of following up Morrison's shot.
Definitely.
And I mean, Pollard would probably definitely like to see that count because I feel like she hasn't really gotten herself going in this game yet. 0 points to start, so far. But coming off of that with 9, we're gonna take a media timeout here, and then we're gonna see Q Morrison shoot some free throws. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League. We'll be right back.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarken Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarken Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
We're back. And here at Enmarken Arena, the Waves lead the Steel 72-50. Q Morrison at the line. We got to get some clarification between the officials and the scorer's table. So, Refology, the playbook behind the whistle. Today's game is supported by Refology, the official officiating platform of the UPSHOT League. Refology, built for better game days. Q Morrison having a pretty nice game day for the Steel right now. 7 points, 2 rebounds, 9 points, excuse me now. 2 rebounds, and she does get both those free throws to go, just under double figures herself. Trying to be the 4th Steel player to get in double figures in this game, behind Jacqueline One and Tonda, Lauren Taylor, and Z Spearman. That foul will be on Najee Pollard. Cheyenne Sellers drawing the offensive foul.
Pollard was just going in strong, a little bit out of control.
Now
Good read by Sellers.
Sellers did a good job of stopping her feet right at the right moment to also get that call. Pass from Sellers to Ayana Moore. Ayana Moore gonna pull up and is gonna try to kiss it off the glass. Q Morrison coming in for her 3rd rebound in this game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She's gonna pull up for the 3 instead. It's gonna be short. And now Q Morrison in a foot race between her and Jasmine Walker, and Walker saves it last second. Cheyenne Sellers is gonna get the foul call. Olivia Cochran is going to get the call. It's her 2nd foul in this game. Cheyenne Sellers will be at the line to add to her already 10 points. Looking at that again, Sellers on the drive. Cochran just giving her a little body.
Must have been more in her hips, lower body. So now she was a little upset about that one.
Sellers flushes both. And now Sellers with 12 points on the night and 6 rebounds. More on the drive, bounce pass, Q Morrison to Lauren Taylor. Tonda, good job keeping her pivot foot there. She's gonna move Sellers out her way and get to the basket.
Tonda having a strong night tonight.
17 points in total.
She's able to get downhill really well. I know we've talked about it before, but definitely a mismatch nightmare. Able to get downhill, but also able to post up, shoot the 3. Very versatile.
Jasmine Walker's 3 no good. Sellers grabs a rebound now with 7 rebounds. Lob pass on the inside, Tonda keeps it. Q Morrison gets it over to Ayana Moore, who's gonna drive on Emma Von Ness and get the extra step on the inside and finish at the rim.
Such a smooth, experienced take by Moore.
30 seconds left to go in this game. Jackson with the 74-56 lead. Tonda's gonna stop the clock with a foul on Cheyenne Sellers. That'll be her, Tonda's 2nd foul. And Sellers will be at the line, shooting 2.
Number 6, Cheyenne Sellers coming to the line for Jacksonville, shooting 2.
Sellers does make the first. And she makes the 2nd as well. Now the leading scorer for the Waves with 14 on the night. Hugh Morrison pulls up from the 3, hits the side of the rim. It's going to be tipped out and give Savannah an extra possession. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ayana Moore is going to pull up on Emma Von Essen. And it's going to be in. Nothing but net.
Moore doing her thing.
Ayana Moore finally getting that 3 ball to fall. Now 1 for 4 from the 3-point line. And that's how this one will end. Jacksonville with the 76-59 lead. Win, excuse me. The game is over now, so that's not just a lead, it is a win. 76-58 win over the Savannah Steel. Big plays from Renaya Davis, who finishes with a double-double on the night. 12 points, 10 rebounds. The only double-double on the stat sheet. And we'll be right back here on Sunday with a 3 p.m. tip-off. Lydia, what did you think of this game?
The obvious is the Steel just don't have the bench that they're used to right now. We know that they're well known for having a deep bench, and they look to that a lot. The circumstances are the circumstances. But I think that Jacksonville just played with a heavy pace tonight. They played with a lot of speed. They played with a lot of grit. We know how well their chemistry works together. And I think that was their biggest thing tonight, is they played well together and they played at the pace that they're best at playing at.
Absolutely. I think it's gonna take Savannah having some accountability between each other. Like we talked about, they had 2 players coming off the bench. Their bench is shorter than what they're used to having, and now they have to turn around and play a 3rd game under similar circumstances on Sunday afternoon now.
For sure, and this is what they've signed up for, is playing back-to-back like this. This is something that, isn't new to them. It's just going to have to come down to the mentality of it and the discipline, because at the end of the day, that's going to be their strongest thing, is the mentality that they have as a team. And they're going to have to lean in on the chemistry that they do have as a team.
Well, we hope they do lean in on that chemistry. Again, we'll be playing here Sunday afternoon with the 3 p.m. tip-off. I'm Destiny Hartwell alongside Lydia Gattosi. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League. So we'll see you on Sunday.